coming from that kind of trauma, it's a lifelong battle. Also, what people can relate to is a shame that goes with it, living with that shame and that fear of being accepted or seen as not fitting in. And all throughout, I was trying to hide from the world and not being the best I could be. And I think that as I got older and now I'm getting into the wellness space, I knew I, it's so important to feel what you deserve and not live by what others want you to be. I think that's so key.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Chat.Travel. My name is Tracy May, and I am thrilled to be here with a really good friend of mine from home, my girlfriend, Pascale Rothman, the founder and CEO of More.Longevity and Wellbeing. Welcome to Vietnam, Pascale.
Thank you so much for having me here. I mean, this is great to be in your environment and to be in Vietnam.
Isn't it beautiful? What do you think of Vietnam?
I love it. I mean, the restaurants, the food alone is just, oh gosh, I didn't know good food till I came here, actually.
It's pretty, you get really spoiled. It's spectacular. Well, I think it's the quality of the ingredients that we have here. It's just nothing is processed, nothing is, chemicals in a box. Everything is food, and food tastes like food.
Yes, I mean, it's incredible. The love and care they put into every dish is just beyond what I ever imagined. So
Amazing. Well, it's incredible to have you here. Pascale is a really good friend of mine for more than 10 years now from California, whereas my home for 25 years. I've now lived in Saigon for nearly 5 years. And it's really nice. Anytime I have a friend come visit from the States, I am so thrilled to be able to share this unbelievably incredible place
yes.
that you would not necessarily know about. I mean, you're an avid traveler. You've lived all over the world. You were just in Thailand visiting. So how do you compare Vietnam to Thailand?
Oh, hands down, Vietnam wins. I mean, in terms
Really?
of, yeah, quality of food. I mean, Thailand is such a welcoming country and kind, but it's a lot of tourists. But the food in Vietnam and the generosity and the kindness that you find with Vietnamese people are incredible, unsurpassed, so surreal.
Nice.
So surreal. I love it here.
I'm
What
so
a
glad
beautiful
to hear
place
that.
for it.
I know. That's why I haven't left. I got COVIDed, never left, because we get to live in paradise here. So I want to talk to you about, so to give you guys a little bit of background, Pascale has become one of the female leaders in California, growing to across the nation in health and wellness. You have focused the majority of your career in the space. I knew you when you started your really revolutionary gym called Uvolution. It was a beautiful space in downtown LA that focused on not only working out, that was a sort of a sidebar. It was more about building confidence and self-awareness in health and wellness, the way you trained your staff. It was a really spectacular space. And now, was it a year ago, you started your new company, More Longevity and Wellbeing. What prompted you to start a supplement and a well-being company?
I think it's a combination that led me. I always been interested in the wellness space, and I felt there is a lot of opportunities there. But the defining moment was for me being more aware of getting close to my 50s to lead a healthier lifestyle and wanting to be around the people I love and not longer. And it's not about a lifespan; it's about health span. I always say I always started this way. So
Not lifespan, health span.
yes,
Can you define that? What does that mean?
yeah. Well, basically, we don't know how much time we have on this beautiful planet, but they do know that getting older, you're going to feel that, you just know that you're being more aware of your health at the end of the day. And living in the USA and not having the proper nutrition and, no one to really look out for you, having to look out for ourselves, that's basically our own responsibility at the end of the day. So make the best out of it, be the healthier you can be so you could lead a healthier life and not the longer you be here, So this is the health span that I've been looking at and not having to put our own health into someone else's hand at the end of the day, taking care of.
To take ownership of your own health and responsibility for it. Well, so obviously this is a very saturated space. There are a million different, everybody says that they have the better mousetrap, right? Everybody says, oh, my supplement will give you this benefit and this benefit. What sets yours apart from your competitors? And what is the more?
Well, when they started more longevity and well-being, I, as a consumer, I came from a consumer's approach as opposed to, another approach from more corporate approach, I would say. And as a consumer myself, I moving to San Diego, I said to myself, okay, I'm almost 50, what am I gonna do? And I was looking for alternative to help with brain support and immunity support, especially after COVID. That sent a lot of fear out there, and what I was putting into my body and not feeling the best I can feel. So I was looking out for supplements for myself, and I felt that a lot of them had chemicals. I look into that space. I'm like, wow, what are those things? And they tested not very earthy, which wasn't for me. So it's
Define earthy. Are you talking about your mushroom?
it's a mushroom blend that I was trying out before I created my own. Yeah, they were very earthy, and it was powder mushrooms, and it doesn't give you a lot of benefits.
But why mushrooms? Sorry, for our audience who doesn't understand the benefits of mushrooms, it's theapogens. Please explain a little bit why functional mushrooms are a thing.
The functional mushroom has been a thing for many years. Now it's more popular and
It's become a trend.
it's like a new trend. I mean, it's been a trend now. People are more aware of it. So like witchy mushroom or cordyceps mushroom are good for brain support, immunity support, and help with a lot of ailments and help you with your overall well-being. So I really like that. And for brain support, I feel like more focused as well, not as sluggish, taking those. So when I tried those different brands, I felt like it was very difficult to digest. Not only that, but a lot of them don't offer the whole benefit. So during the space, I said to myself, as a consumer, they took a completely different approach. They just don't do just mushroom. They have adaptogens, which are so good for you for overall well-being and for mood support as well. So I work with some of the best people in the business with decades of experience. My formulator, passionate and have a lot of integrity, have 25 years of experience. The manufacturer, the suppliers, over 30 years of experience. So I'm not just dealing with someone who just come out of school,
Right.
So I mean, having people's life, it's a privilege to me. So I knew that I had to create something beyond wonderful and something that I personally myself as a consumer would be able to enjoy every day. And that was my approach to it, a comprehensive approach, not just having your mushroom blends, but also adding adaptogens and helping with to support your digestion and your brain support and your immunity, having B vitamins and having all the vitamins you need instead of having different bottles on your counter, having all at once and make it a ritual for the people, having it daily in the morning or having to relax in the evening with a relaxment. So those were very important to put together. The different supplement ingredients are extract ingredients, so they give you the full benefits you need less than actually powder. So, and it doesn't, when you stir it, it dissolves easily. So you get all.
You're talking about your blends, your coffee. You have coffee mushroom blends, and then you have a matcha blend, and you have, and all of them have different health benefits, right? One is for vitality, one is for Tell me, break it down.
So, some of them they have matcha for people who likes tea. So they do matcha made better, which has vanilla, coconut with matcha. So those are excellent. It helps you energize because I believe that coffee also can give you the ginger and the crash throughout the day. And so I know that having a
You're talking about the caffeine can make you crash. It gives you that immediate rush, and then you.
yes. So your cup of coffee gives you like 100 milligram of caffeine, where all caffeine come from green tea also. And so our energy come also from our B vitamins and from adaptogens. So it gives you that steady energy throughout the day where you won't feel the chill.
That caffeine rush and then crash.
Yeah, yeah, it's very healthy for you. It's got, most coffees have mold in them. So, and
Wait a minute, most coffees. Vietnam is a coffee culture. They take their coffee very seriously in Vietnam, and it's really some of the best. Now I'm spoiled rotten. I can't drink coffee from anywhere else that is not grown in Vietnam because it's extraordinary here. But you're saying that most consumer coffees that you can buy on the shelf it has mold?
yeah, it has not have mold in it. You could look
Are they not
because
talking about that?
there is no guidelines, there is no support regulation. So a lot of them research have been shown that there is mold in your coffee. For example, one of the symptoms is like if you urinate a lot after drinking a cup of coffee and urinate a lot, it's due to actually mold in the coffee. Yeah, and then
Gross.
also how often do they clean the coffee machine when you go to your coffee shop? You know, I don't want to give any names, but they don't clean those things very carefully. So what are you actually getting in your coffee cup?
Wow.
So yeah, and the coffee leaf, obviously, they don't know where they're getting anything from. So everything that they have is tested for that, is tested for purity, potency. We have no chemicals, no additive in my supplements. We also have there is no mold whatsoever. It's just healthy. And that's, at the end of the day, you have to be mindful what you put into your body. And I felt like the supplement industry, a lot of them, not all, there is obviously very few that are passionate and love what they do and they create great product, but the price also can be, expensive. Uh, but this is where I came in. I felt like I'm very, very careful about our price and where we put our money into. Do they want to allocate our money into marketing, a lot of it, or do they want some really good product, or do they want even down to packaging? Packaging could be very expensive. Sure. So they are very careful, even our package, how is it going to change the supplement and the ingredients in it? So I have to be very mindful of that. So all the way around, I make some really good decisions. We're really careful about that.
Wow. Well, let's talk about your supplements as well, because, we're both women of a certain age. I'm older than you are, but menopause is no joke. Let me tell you about menopause in Vietnam. There's a whole different level of hot. And I am mid-menopause. I've already done the pre-menopause, did that in LA, and now I'm in like the full-blown heavy-duty menopause. And we've talked about it where one of the side effects, and there are many, you can have mood swings, you can have hot flashes, all that stuff. I've done that, and that was actually more in perimenopause, but in full menopause right now, my issue is sleep. I can't sleep. I fall asleep and I wake up an hour later, I'm up for 3 hours, go to sleep, whatever. So when I found out that you were doing these supplements and you created a menopause relief, I was like, help me, send it to me. And I've been taking it and I really feel a difference, not only in my sleep patterns, but my overall calm and well-being. And it's pretty extraordinary. And I've really didn't want, people said, well, why don't you just go on hormones? No, I don't want to go on hormones. It's really bad for your body. I mean, I've done enough damage in the past, and I'm trying to live a more mindful life now and tackle this problem that so many million, every woman in the world will face at some point. And there are many, many cures out there for menopause. Why should our viewers, especially women out there of our age, invest into yours?
Well, our ingredient, raw ingredient, it's hormone free, and is premium ingredient. When creating our menopause blend, like just like we are with our supplement, we have to understand the physicality, but also come from a different approach where what would be the main ingredient? What would work well together? Because some ingredients may not interact well together on the synergy and the bioavailability of the product, which is very key, which people, that's a whole other discussion. But also when it comes to that, they felt it was important to understand each of what women experience menopause into menopause and how to how to create a product that is going to serve the clients well. So I mean, we could go through the ingredient list and it's transparent. That is
Hey, Pascale, what are the ingredients specifically in your menopause blend that can help women, our viewers, help them with their symptoms?
well, the product roots are really good. It's definitely it's called woman ginseng. You know,
Female ginseng.
yeah, ginseng. It supports the hormonal balance, so that's one of our key ingredients.
Okay.
Also, and the red clover, which is also
Red clover.
yeah, that mimic the estrogen that can improve the symptoms like hot flashes and night sweat. And one of the things that we love using is a passion extract, flower extract. So that's known for reducing anxiety and sleeping better. So that's probably to promote better sleep. So those are some key ingredients.
Wow. And why? If the better sauce, if every doctor is saying, oh, we'll just give you a shot or we'll put you on pharmaceuticals to help regulate with artificial hormones, why should women stay away from that route and go the natural holistic route instead?
What I like about holistic is the non-chemicals. So less chemical, it's best. I believe in holistic health. Nature provides you with all the elements to feel better. So let's use that. Why putting chemicals that is manufactured that at the end of the day could damage your liver? So that's not very a good route to go. Yeah, you would feel the effect right away, but I'm not really a believer of that. I believe in just
More the
pure,
holistic
natural to holistic way
approach.
to go about it. You have to be consistent with it. And everyone is different, obviously, when it comes to how your body would react to it and how it would absorb. But even with niacin, we are very careful about how the ingredients are being processed through your body. So niacin does that. So one of the things is that it would absorb without really affecting your liver. So those are sort of the things we're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want to sidetrack now. We are both, one of the things that we have in common is we are both survivors. We were victims of predators. You are a survivor of human trafficking. Did your past and your surviving it is that one of the inspirations for you to get into the wellness space and well-being space?
Oh, absolutely. I think when you go through those kind of traumas, it definitely affects your life. Your life just changed entirely. Because I don't know what normal was like, and I know that all throughout I suffered tremendously from relationship or even self-sabotaging, but as I really felt the need to having to take care of myself because I always knew I had to be on my own, and you go one of two ways. You either really damage yourself and you either turn into something, or you just make the best out of it. And I think me wanting to to be in the wellness space is to help people feel better overall. With because we deserve that at the end of the day.
I mean, ever since I've known you, your calling has always been to help people. And it's so miraculous that you've been able, knowing your past and knowing everything that you have survived, for you to be able to turn that poison into medicine, those lemons into lemonade, and be able to.
And you too.
Right,
Look at you.
but this is why
I
I'm
love
bringing it up,
Yeah.
because it's not something that I talk about that often, but it's something that we have in common as women. And I mean, I spend my whole career has been about supporting others and building brands and helping people to become the best that they can be through the media, through marketing, through all of the channels that I'm able to do so. And you've done it, you've taken that, as opposed to allowing it to poison you. You've taken it as a coat of armor to be able to empower and inspire others. And it's to me, it is so inspiring and so incredible that you have taken that and created a space where your only mission is to make people feel better and to help people. And that is, I mean, I really wish that everybody else would follow in that path, and I have utmost respect for you.
Thank you. It's very mutual. I mean, I see how you thrive like a phoenix and you rise from ashes. I mean, as you know, coming from that kind of trauma, it's a lifelong battle. Also, what people can relate to is a shame that goes with it, living with that shame and that fear of being accepted or seen as not fitting in. And you feel, I mean, we all knew that was, that was very kind of hide that part of our life. And all throughout, I was trying to hide from the world and not being the best I could be. And I think that as I got older and now I'm getting into the wellness space, I knew it's so important to feel what you deserve and not live by what others want you to be. I think that's so key. And how to be so comfortable in your own skin and to be able to now living with no shame and to feel you could reach your full potential and be the person you can really be. I think that's mainly what kept me in the wellness space altogether, and why my battle, to be in a space was also seeing companies, even when I had your evolution, even as a consumer, I came from a consumer point of view where gym would take advantage of people with their months, 3 months cancellation fee before you could cancel. If you're not comfortable, you just, and there was no structure. They knew that people, for a lot of them, they didn't grow up with that structural discipline to go to the gym themselves. That's why they made it so cheap. They hope that people don't go to the gym, but the whole point to be in this industry is to help people feel better. So this is why your evolution was such a great concept.
It was brilliant.
It was about, I always tell the staff, it's about people's life, and they are coming, they don't know the reason, but whatever reason, it's a privilege to have their life in our hands. And I always felt that way. And now in the supplement industry, same way. I find a lot of companies adding chemicals, cutting costs. That was the biggest thing, cutting costs on the ingredient, but putting money into a beautiful package. It's like, how does it make sense now? Why, even with organic labels, that is not enough. It doesn't tell the whole story. So I felt the need to educate people about, what they are taking. And when choosing supplement, even if they are not going to take my supplement, it's our duty being in this space. And thank you for this platform to allow to educate people about what to look for, number one, and that there is choosing supplements, you have to be very careful. It's still raw ingredients, and a lot of them are using chemicals, fillers. So it's like I always say, the permanent cheese in America, where it's like that 90% is not cheese, and you only get 10% of cheese. They do none of that. All of my supplements are 100% ingredients, no fillers, no chemicals, no additive, and no additive sweeteners at all.
So you brought up the monetary, right? Because as a business owner, I mean, you obviously want to make money, but how do you balance, because your whole company motto is based in integrity. Yeah. Your whole world is based in integrity and honesty and transparency, right? And but that comes at a cost. Yeah. To really have integrity and honesty and transparency in the ingredients that you are offering and putting into other people's bodies. Yeah. It may be affecting your profit margin at the end of the day. You know what I mean? How do you balance that? How do you build a business, and a successful business as you are, that is growing at an insanely rapid? You just got into Amazon, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like, you're about to get into iHerb. Like you're doing all this. Your growth expansion is unbelievable in an unbelievably oversaturated space. And I think, from my perspective, from a marketing perspective, it's because you do stand in integrity and stand in transparency, even at the cost of your profit margins. You know what I mean? So how do you balance that? Like, when you look at your P&L and you look at your projected growth over the next 5 years, you know what I mean? Like, I know that you'll always stay in that mindset, even it affects your bottom line a little bit, right? Like,
Well, it's all about how you allocate your assets, your money, right? And I felt like, okay, do I want nice packaging? Like, it's just a situation. Like, would I want to spend that money on a nice package? At the end of the day, it's going to affect my consumers. So now I'm going to invest highly on really amazing product. Who I'm gonna work with. How long have they been in the business? How passionate about they are? So those are the things that we're looking at when I dealt with, first of all, manufacturing the product. People who have the same integrity and passion, they understand. My view on things is how am I going to make it into saturated market? It's all about education and the passion I have for it. Some people, they may put money on $8 a bottle, but what do you get? You actually waste money away because a lot of it is chemicals and fillers. Where my products are really, really nicely priced. It's not gonna break money. It's about you spend $2 a cup each day, and they spend more than that on something else anyway. Right, so it's very affordable because I believe in not having a lot of stuff that is useless to me, and aligning myself with people like you, people who are passionate, have integrity, that believe in it, that believe in helping other people, sending the message out there, bringing awareness to people about their own life. It's really what it is, and not having those mimic or even down to influencer and affiliates programs that we do have. They want to make sure that people are aligned with ourselves. I'm just not gonna. They go through a due diligence. I'm very careful because I think that most entrepreneurs, even new entrepreneur, what they want to care for is, like, before plunging as a CEO, how do you choose your influencers, the people that you work with? Is there any conversion? What's your goal in working with them?
You just want some celebrity going.
Yeah, exactly. Is it going to bring you anything? A lot of time it won't, believe it or not. A lot of time you won't get a kind of conversion, unless you want to go more followers. You have to have a route and an idea of why you're working with certain people. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people out there taking advantage of that. They would reach out to us, but it looked like you said to me, you brought it up one time, you said, well, a lot of them, you have to be careful, they buy followers, they buy likes, and a lot of people are just trying to take it. But if we're going through a due diligence process, that when they come to us, they want to look at it very carefully. I'm not going to reveal how, but a lot of time they know what they buy, and they see that is it going to be any conversion from it, any followers from it, are they in the wellness space, are they passionate about what they do, and so on. So they do that. I have a really good team on my hand. So
of vetting all of that.
Yes, thank God. Because if not, you just for new entrepreneurs, especially for e-commerce, since you don't have a retail space, and in a saturated market, how do you make your mark in the world?
And also the cost per, the cost of a shelf of a Trader Joe's or a, Gelson's is, when you're dealing in this competitor market and you're dealing with the kind of funding, you know what I mean, that big pharma has to back these products, and they can buy that shelf space where, young entrepreneurs and smaller companies, it's the same thing with the food industry in California. I mean, everything is owned by Monsanto, right? So small farmers and who are trying to stay organic, it's almost impossible to be organic and to live organic because it's completely cost prohibitive now. So, you know what I mean? It's really, I can't imagine the
But
struggle
people
that
take,
it is.
yeah, oh, it is a big struggle. I could tell you a lot about it. When it comes to that, I was looking into getting to that, but I saw that a lot of, it's so easy to get the organic label now. This is what people are not aware. What really does it say on organic label? It doesn't say very much. First of all, you have to look at the whole ingredient package. When a supplement company go and get the organic label, they only have to send one package out. The rest of it doesn't have to be labeled. You could buy the label yourself, and that's it. And you just pay a yearly fee. So, is it something that you can trust? Not really, in my opinion. You really can't. Don't just assume just because it says organic, that's what it means, actually. You have to understand the whole story behind it. And I've seen it. I've seen so much being done, and I said to myself, how could those people sleep at night? How could they be okay with themselves? You know, yeah, you may put that much organic to your product, but what's the rest of it? What does it say? And how those other chemicals and ingredients affect the organic at the end of the day of your package? How much milligram do you have in there? Why would they say 1,000 milligram of vitamin C, for instance? It's such a gimmick marketing. Where at the end of the day, your body can't even absorb that much. So, so, so
there's
it's
a
all
lot of
about education.
misinformation
It's
out
a lot
there.
of misinformation and false information. That's what I would say. This is why transparency is everything. This is why at More, I'm really hard on my team saying they don't make any legal claims, medical claims, number one. They go everything by compliance. They did everything by the book. The people I have the pleasure to work with, our suppliers, they have to go through the due diligence. I have about 73 ingredients in my product. So yeah, going through the kind of due diligence I have to go through to really figure out each one of them, right? To make sure that they are actually FDA compliant as well. Even beyond that, how long have they been in business? It is a lot. That's the behind the scene, but a lot of supplements out there, like you mentioned, big companies, they don't care. They just buy formulas already pre-made, full of stuff. You don't know what's in it, to tell you the truth. You don't even know what it is. And here it is. And you're absorbing that because they know that people are not very consistent with their supplement vitamins. They are not well educated before. Now more and more people are more aware of.
And they saw a commercial, they saw a forced, Google ad, they saw a Facebook something come up in their, in their feed or on their Instagram, and all these people are talking about it, so it must be good, right?
It must be good, but I mean, you do your own due diligence, no matter what, I always say. But go with companies, that, have no chemicals and no fillers at the end of the day in their product. Your body would be drawn to it, but also when it comes to blends, they make it very difficult to digest. It's not a very great experience, and I'm all about having the experience, making a routine for yourself. So if I could achieve that and make it a morning routine for you, I think I pretty happy about that and proud of that.
Amazing. Okay, we're gonna wrap up soon. I have one more final question for you. As a female entrepreneur and business leader in California, what would be the one piece of advice that you would give to a young female entrepreneur from your experience in all of these years, being who you are? What advice would you give?
Oh my gosh, there is so much. I would say position yourself well in the business, understand the market you're entering, Be passionate, don't lose track of that. Follow your intuition, not so much data and so on that could be misleading. And at the end of the day, when you have a company, um, I would say most people would approach me with like, hey, they want to help you. It's like what they really are saying is like they want to make money off you. So watch out for those. Just do one step at a time. Don't give up. It takes be patient and believe in what you do, and always know how to position yourself no matter what. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Pascale. Thank you for all of our viewers. I'm Tracy May. Thank you. You're watching Chat Travel. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.